I think the revelations about Angela Rayner's tax affairs are extraordinary. And if the Prime Minister had a backbone, he would have sacked her by now. Her position is untenable.
Do you have any sympathy, though, for Angela Rayner's personal circumstances? Would you, as a parent, not do the same thing?
Many people out there have very difficult personal circumstances. The bottom line is that Angela Rayner and the whole of the Labour cabinet are trying to raise taxes for everyone else, while at the same time we see her trying to avoid paying her own taxes. Keir Starmer himself has said that tax evasion should be treated as a criminal offence. He needs to apply the same standards to his own front bench, otherwise it is hypocrisy.
Her allies would argue this is about a child with lifelong disabilities and doing the best for that child. What's your response?
My response is that if you are the Deputy Prime Minister helping to set tax policy, if you are the Housing Secretary deciding where people are going to live, how much that's going to cost, then you need to get your own affairs in order. Of course, we understand that people have different circumstances and difficult personal circumstances, but that doesn't mean that you should not follow the law. At all times, we should make sure that lawmakers are not lawbreakers.
Is there anything else you're calling for in terms of disclosure or information about the various bits of legal advice that Angela Rayner says she has received?
I think it is important that the Prime Minister tell us when he found out and exactly what he knew. Right now, the country is in the middle of an economic crisis. At PMQs, I talked about what the head of the IFS said, what former members of the Monetary Policy Committee said. The country is in a difficult situation, and the Prime Minister and his front bench are distracted. They need to get this issue over and done with, but they should remove Angela Rayner from the front bench.
Do you think she should publish the two pieces of legal advice she says she has received?
She said she's referred to herself to the ethics advisor. I think for her own sake, she should come clean as much as possible. That is the only thing that is going to help her and defend her own personal integrity.
Your critics would say there's an element of hypocrisy here. Your party and prominent politicians have had problems with their tax affairs in the past, including Nadeem Zahawi. What is your response to the charge that this is Conservative hypocrisy?
The Conservative Party is under new leadership. They may talk about people who have left Parliament. The fact is, I am the person who is running the Conservative Party. Integrity is important. They would not make any allowances for other politicians. It is important that the public can see that the government, who are setting tax policy, making decisions about all our lives, are following the rules that they set.
Finally, Kemi Badenoch, you had 6 questions to ask about Angela Rayner's tax affairs. Is this interview and these comments an admission, really, that you missed an open goal earlier today?
Well, I asked 3 times about Angela Rayner, but the truth is, what people out there are worried about is their own cost of living. They're worried about inflation. They're worried about their energy bills. I just left Aberdeen yesterday, where I spoke to a whole host of energy companies that are leaving the country. They're shutting down. They're letting go of staff. That's what people are worried about. It is important that the Prime Minister deals with the crisis in his cabinet, as well as the economic crisis in the country.
Kemi Badenoch, thank you very much.